I'm curious, Nathan, about your view, because you touched on this before, about why some carpenters, and the context you gave was, would I work for you for a day and pay you? It's a good insight, because sometimes if I feel like I'm busy, I'm working, I'm building my reputation, but I'm not making any money.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of carpenters out there, like our mission is to support every carpenter in the country to help them stay in the game.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of people who maybe they weren't academics at school, maybe their learning style, they got distracted easy, but when they had their hands on the tools, they loved what they did. So they found their passion, but then they get so far on their journey and they just can't stay in the game. So the question is, what do you think is the reason why so many people drop out, and what would your advice be for somebody like you're talking about, sort of technology and all these things, and it just scares the heck out of me.
Yeah.
I go, I can't even use a bloody computer.
Yeah.
Drawing it right back to that early stage,
Yeah.
someone who loves, you know, they want to do good, they've got their hearts in the right place. What would be some of the initial things that would help encourage them to stay on the course and make some minor changes for the better?
I think something that a lot of people sort of don't think is out there is that there is a lot of companies out there that are really good to learn within and really vast with what they do. They're out there. There are heaps of them. And at the end of the day, I think that a big thing is everyone in some way, shape or form, they want to race out on their own, and when it doesn't work out, they blame the industry. But the truth is, the truth is that working for yourself is extremely challenging, even if you really have a good run with it. It's never easy. It's not like, smooth sailing with a beautiful work-life balance. It's challenging. And I think that some people need to be honest with themselves and reflect on what's important to them first and foremost, because there is absolutely nothing wrong with working within a team or being a leading hand or being someone's great tradesman or a gut apprentice. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's a great shoe for some people. And I think a lot of people think, but I want to be in charge, I want to run my own jobs. And the truth is that if you're not willing to sacrifice a lot personally, that's often not possible. And they just think you can't have it all, sadly. So I think that one thing that we can do is provide better access to systems and software that make it a lot more streamlined and a lot more simplistic for the everyday subcontractor or the everyday company or carpentry team to look after their back end or their background stuff within the business. That's critical, because a lot of guys, they sign up to something that they think is everything that they need, but then there's 5 or 6 things that they have no idea how to manage. If that's the case, you probably don't have the software or the systems in place that you actually need. You have the bare minimum, which is probably invoices and quotes, and you probably don't even quote if you're in that boat. So you're just sending invoices, and then all of the rest of this stuff falls through the cracks. Job management, scheduling, client database, inquiry and lead tracking. So where's this person up to? What did I need to do next for that lead? Have I quoted them? Have I scheduled them for an appointment? It is a business. At the end of the day, like you ring your GP, hey mate, I need to come and see you, I've got a sore hand. No worries mate, I'll book you in for 9 a.m. on Tuesday the 17th. Right, you rock up at 9 a.m. on Tuesday the 17th, you go in, the GP's got no shirt on and he's working on someone else and it's all frantic and it's a mess, and you go, hey mate, you booked me for 9 a.m. on the 17th. Sorry mate, I didn't even write that down anywhere. Put on a stick of timber and then I shoved it in the wall. I'm really sorry mate. Oh shit, can you come back in a week?
Yeah.
Mate, my hand's been sore for a week already. I've waited a week to see it. Sorry man, I didn't write it down. You wouldn't go to that GP and you think this guy's a madman. I'm not going to him. Why do people expect their trade business to run any better if they have no system and no process to look after their potential or their actual client? It's just madness.